guys, so today we're going to talk about what is an RPE. So RPE stands for Rate of Perceived Exertion, and it's basically a scale of 1 to 10, and a tool that we use that's also been popularized by Mark Teixeira of RTS, a tool we use to determine, I guess, how hard a exercise or a lift was, right, coming out of a set. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being obviously being the hardest, if you come out of a set and you ask yourself how hard that exercise was, let's say you come out of a squat, 100 kilos for 5 reps, ask yourself how many reps do you have left in that? How many reps could you have done extra on that set? If you were to be completely honest with yourself, if you could have done 2 more, that's about an 8 RPE. If you could have done 3 more, then that's a 7 RPE. So you kind of get the gist of that.
Well, yeah, that's right. So as we were saying, the RPE is just a scale. It's a way of using the body, how the body's feeling on the day, to what's called auto-regulation, meaning being able to train as hard as you need to train for that day, depending on how you're feeling. If on a certain day you're not feeling as good, you can't push as much. Instead of having a set, a number that you have to do 100 kilos, for example, for a set of 5, then you may need to drop that to maybe 95 or 92, or maybe you're feeling good, you can go up a little bit, go 105. As long as it corresponds with the RPE number that you're supposed to hit. So it's just whatever the number is minus 10 minus that number. So if you're supposed to work at an 8 RPE, 10 minus 8 is 2, meaning you have 2 more reps left in the tank. At a 9 RPE means you have only 1 more rep left in the tank. At 10 RPE means it's an all-out fucking grind. You got nothing left.
It also takes into account life stresses as well. Like, for instance, it takes into account your sleep, your nutrition, your recovery. So you come in and you have a bad day, and you know you're not going to hit the numbers that are on the piece of paper, to say 85% for 5 reps. The 85% isn't going to feel the same on every single day. So if you need to drop the weight back based on how you feel on the day. If you feel good, do what's on the paper. If you don't, drop it back by a little bit and just get the work done. Yeah? Exactly,
yeah. So grinding in training, you see it a lot because the adage is, no pain, no gain, go hard or go home, and all that.
It's not always the case.
It's overkill. So grinding in training all the time on a regular basis is actually very detrimental to performance. It's detrimental to recovery, and recovery must be optimized to be able to progress from week to week, right? So if you're always grinding out reps, doing things that are probably a 9, 10 RPE, where you got maybe 1 more left in the tank, maybe no more left in the tank, then you're eating into your recovery ability. And that means that you're going to hit a wall sooner rather than later. And that's when things can start to get messy, and it gets complicated with trying to work out the program and fix things up again, and it gets too much. The trick is to be able to program in a way where you're never grinding, where you always have 2 to 3 more left in the tank. That's how you really want to be doing it. You never really want to be grinding in training.
That's one of the things that we emphasize with a lot of our lifters and our athletes, is that to try and keep every training session, I guess, to a 7 or 8 RPE, depending how far out of comp you are. But the closer you get to comp, obviously, then there is an allowance of you going to about 9 RPE. But even then, you try not to grind as much. You really try and work on quality of reps rather than quantity. Say if you've got an AMRAP set coming up of 1 to 5. And you might have 5, you probably do have 5. Your 5th rep is going to be a grind, just don't go for it. As soon as your form starts to break down, just stop. Just know in the back of your mind that you got it. Maybe next week come back and get that 5th one. You know what I mean?
That's right. So the only times really a harder set and a grindier rep is allowed is when you're preparing for an upcoming competition. You're like in the peaking phase, in the peaking phase going into a competition, and even then it should never be an all-out grind. There should always still be at least 1 more rep left in the tank of whatever set you're doing, whatever weight you've picked. That's how it should be. Because
volume drops.
That's right. That's exactly right. But at that stage, like, the volume's dropped anyway, so your recovery ability doesn't really get doesn't cover as much of the beating as before. The only other time is, I would say, with like bodybuilding, hypertrophy style training.
there's a time where you can actually allow to go to failure because you're bodybuilding with volume being high, but like your percentages, intensities are a lot lower.
Right.
So it allows you to actually failure and working on hypertrophy, obviously muscle gain.
Yeah, and the thing is with hypertrophy style training, bodybuilding style training, it's been shown that you need to take the set closer to failure anyway. Maybe not complete failure, even though that's also a determining factor for muscle growth, but at least closer to failure with bodybuilding training. But because the intensity as an overall is so much lower than strength and powerlifting training, you don't burn out as much. You can recover much quicker because you stress the muscular system more than you do the nervous system. So stop grinding your lifts, allow your body to recover and be able to come back and get stronger and stronger. I'm Amir, this is Will from Adonis Athletics. Till next time. Or squat, especially in the deadlift though, they tend to be very quad dominant, and when they come to actually do the deadlift,